Electrocast.
Dollar bets. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the weekend.
Welcome to sports.
We got Z.
Yeah, welcome to sports. Welcome to betting on those sports. Welcome to hell.
We are going to talk about football.
Yeah, and its repercussions.
Yeah.
Oh, so
all right. So
yeah.
we're going to start off with a not so happy story.
Correct.
Been the biggest story of the last 24 hours
in the world.
Tua Tagovailoa suffering a concussion in last night's game, the Thursday night game between the Dolphins and the Bills. This is his third concussion in the last 2 years, the third of his professional career. But Violi, going back to a conversation that we had earlier today, I think I heard actually in one of these talking head shows I've been watching all day, he actually did have a concussion back in college as well, I believe is what I heard. So,
well, this could be it, right? I mean, the way he plays. I mean, look, spirit of the game, yes, nice. But if you're running and scrambling for a first down, a 4-yard first down, and you're already past 4 yards, and you're down by 21, and it's late third quarter, and you really have no chance, slide immediately after you get the first down. We're not saying don't get the first down, but like he straight up ran head first into Hamlin of all people, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like, I just felt so bad, and he crumpled immediately like an accordion. Like, it was nasty, man. I don't like watching shit. Stop doing that, players.
Since you mentioned Hamlin, let's just be clear. This is not on Hamlin.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Definitely not. If you actually go back and watch the replay, Tua's head hits Hamlin's forearm. It's not even helmet to helmet. It's not his shoulder. Like, Tua's head, he was actually going down a little bit, and he hits him in the arm. But then after he was on the ground laying on his back, it kind of looks like another guy came along and knocked him in the head as well.
I mean, it could it happen to a lot of players at any point? That's in the neutral zone, dude. How is that not in the neutral zone? Okay, so we're watching, as I'm saying, oh man, it's really depressing to watch that happen, and we're still watching football. Are people going to watch? Yes. We're still going to watch. But just please, if you're out there, if you're a young player, or whatever, or a college player somehow found this show, whatever. Great. Thank you for listening. But do not do that. Don't wreck your body on a 4th and 4 and you're down by 21 in the second game of the year on a Thursday night on Amazon. Don't get hurt on Amazon, okay? Don't. I just think he's not.
I've got a better piece of advice.
What's that?
Just play rugby, where they don't wear helmets and don't get concussions.
No one gets concussions in rugby? That sounds absurd.
Well,
I never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
So he doesn't have la 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 la. No, Lloyd, you can't triple stamp and double stamp. No, the people probably get hurt all the time playing that. It's the only
person I've ever known to really get hurt playing rugby was Ross in an episode of Friends where he's dating the British girl.
Oh, Ross is such a. You know what though? That guy had the worst friends. It should be called Ross's bad friends.
He definitely did not fit in with the rest of the group.
No, I found that relatable. I found that relatable material. I found that very relatable material, and it's like, okay, but check that out on. I think it's what's that show called? You want to plug it again? I think it needs our help. Friends. Go check out Friends after you listen to after you place our bets.
It is still getting syndicated reruns on probably no less than half a dozen stations.
You can watch it in Indonesia. You can watch it anywhere. You can watch it in. Elon Musk has already colonized places that are streaming Friends.
Do we have listeners in Indonesia yet?
My Degenerate Nation does, but I don't know. Dollar Bets, I don't believe, has Indonesian lists. We got to cover the more highlight.
Covering cricket or something.
Cricket and highlight, yeah. Cricket
highlight.
Get those highlight over unders, man. Highlight.
Isn't highlight also big in Miami?
Yeah, I think so. Can you spell it? Dollar bet if you can spell it. No, it's like, do you know how to spell it?
I can spell it. I can absolutely spell it.
He's a traveler, baby. O is a traveler.
Yeah, it's spelled Jai space ALAI.
That's correct.
Highlight.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So
do you owe me $1, Noah?
No, I was.
We didn't bet that.
No, I knew you could do it.
Right.
I just wanted to show off my boy.
We're gonna go back to knock Tua.
Knock Tua, like knock on the head, Tua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KNOCK.
The poor guy. I mean, he's when he's on, he's an above average. Oh, he's retiring. He's not going to be immediate. He's going to go through the process, but he's got to retire. The dude needs to retire. Oh, what kind of pass was that? Ugh, that was a Tua pass, way over 5 yards over someone's head. But I just think like, yes, you're going to lose some of that guaranteed money if you retire, versus like draw it out. I think he's got to draw it out for his wealth's sake. But like, I mean, this is going to be a blessing in disguise for the Dolphins as long as they can keep those two receivers together. Because I think Tua is erratic and he gets hurt. Obviously, we just got hurt, and you can't count on that. And then you don't. You're spending $50 million on a quarterback. Are you spending $10 million on a backup or $7 million on a backup? No, and you should, because a $50 million quarterback can get concussed at any moment, broken, ruined at any moment, right? And so I actually, before we get to our picks and stuff and analysis, like, I was talking with my writing partner, and he's a big sports guy, right? And he was talking about the potential, the next CBA, collective bargaining agreement, to the layperson, which is all of us, that they might separate the quarterback contracts from the salary cap, so that
This is just his speculation, or
yeah, I think so. He might have read these ideas somewhere. Maybe it was his manifesto, collective bargaining manifesto. Yeah, like it was definitely interesting, right? And I think it would be a good idea. I really do, because if you're sitting there in this position, right, where you're Mahomes, you've won 3 or 4 or maybe more Super Bowls at this point when your contract's up. You know damn well you're the best player in football. Possibly the most successful active athlete in sports, in team sports. We'll say team sports, which are sports. Other individual sports are games.
We're not having this conversation again.
Not again. So I just feel like
share this opinion with you.
Dollar Bets does not represent Z's opinion. I just feel like Mahomes at some point is going to be like $90 million or up for it, and it's like it shouldn't be on the onus of the player to play GM as well by like taking less money. So at least in football, right? Because football, there's only ones that are getting guaranteed contracts for these quarterbacks that are getting hurt or coming off Achilles injuries. It's like, cause we love the hell out of Kirk Cousins, but what a hell of an agent, right? $100-something million from another moribund franchise. This second in a row that he got guaranteed money out of. I mean, he took the Vikings to playoffs, I think, twice. But, it doesn't mean that the Vikings aren't still I love the word moribund. Moribund franchise. It means shitty. It means turd-like, if you look it up. It's the literal definition, probably.
Do you want to spell that word for our listeners?
MORBUND. MORIBUND. Moribund. But it means terrible, it means awful, it means shitty. The Vikings are shitty. If you're a Vikings fan, you're listening, congratulations on having shitty taste. Same thing with Falcons.
I'm gonna take us back a second, back to Tua again. First of all, I do think, I think we've seen his last football game. Unfortunately, he was, for the most part, fun to watch. Obviously, a good quarterback.
If you're a Bills fan, he was fun to watch.
I personally was hoping to one day see a Super Bowl pitting Jalen Hurts versus Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, yeah, because they used to play together. But Mac Jones used to play together.
That was such a good storyline.
Mac Jones is going to be potential.
Yeah, we might have to settle for Mac Jones versus Bryce Young.
Bryce, what team in position is Bryce Young going to play for? Because if it's the Panthers, no.
And also, if it's Bryce Young, no.
Panthers are the worst franchise in professional sports, possibly in the world at this point.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but current
You
position.
keep changing the subject.
Okay, sorry.
Back to the Dolphins, though, right? Like, the Dolphins definitely come into this season with at least division title aspirations, right?
Well, aspirations, yeah, but that's not happening now.
No. Well, I think that GM needs to be on the phone looking for a trade.
Oh yeah, no, I was just about to say Mac Jones is a possibility. It might not be your first choice. I would look for a combination because Skylar Thompson, is he going to get it done? I think he should be their third string guy, honestly. But yeah, I'm looking at
he's not inspiring much faith.
I mean, do you kick the tires on Tom Brady? People are talking about it. Would you kick the tires on him? Why would Tom Brady do it at this point? He's making just as much money.
Yeah, I would be shocked if Brady came back.
Yeah, but he's like 57 and stuff. Like, come on.
Is Flacco still somebody's backup?
He's somebody's baby. Yeah. He's somebody, he's got to be somebody's only hope if you get hurt.
What about Flacco?
Flacco is on... What team is he on? Is he on the Colts? Do you go back to the Colts?
Richardson's backup?
I don't know. No, that might be Etling or whatever, Sam Etling or. I hope the Bears don't give up their backup quarterback. He's pretty good. Any quarterback that's going to move.
Right. Flacco is on the Colts.
Flacco and Etling, right? That's their quarterback hierarchy or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's zero chance.
I'm gonna throw out a crazy idea.
What?
How about getting Penix out of Atlanta?
I think that the better idea would be at this point them trading Cousins. Right? Honestly, because if two is done, you need. Well, they can't do that salary wise.
Well, you got Tannehill, who's.
Yeah, I mean the most likely is Tannehill, but it's like who goes with him because you can't just have Tannehill and Skylar Thompson. You can't. It's just not going to work. You need someone and Tannehill. I bet Tennessee after that performance against the Bears would like. You want Levis? We got this guy Will Levis who drops to his knees after back-breaking game-ending interception. That was hilarious, by the way. We're talking about hypothetical replacements, and Mayo Boy is not going to be a replacement for Tua.
What about the Giants backup DeVito? He had kind of a little hot streak last year.
Okay, is he better than Skylar Thompson? Is not the highest bar because you have Tyreek Hill and Waddle, and at least two good running backs, possibly three, with Jalen Wright being a rookie, and it's like. And you have supposedly a decent defense. I mean, pretty decent defense, right?
Yeah.
So what are they missing? Oh, no, glaring hole at quarterback, which they already kind of had. If you're really breaking it down, if the guy's not there enough because he gets hurt in various fashions, do you really not have a hole at quarterback? I'd say no, you do have a hole at quarterback. So ultimately, this for their franchise, it's going to cost them a lot of money because that was guaranteed, and it's going to be go back and forth and like. Negotiating it down from I think it was like over 100. It was like 160 million or some shit, right? Like almost like 2/3 of it was guaranteed, something like that.
Something like that.
Man, I mean, I'm not saying bash my head in for that much money, but wow, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. These athletes, they draw crowds because they're exceptional physical marvels, and it sucks when one gets hurt. Even when it's. A Wolverine or a Viking or a Packer, we're still like, wow, that sucks. This is terrible.
Yeah. We don't like injuries.
We don't root for
cheating scandals, but we don't like injuries.
We love cheating scandals, except when they win and then gets asterisks.
Yeah, except when there's no punishments. All right, so last little bit on the whole Miami Tua situation. What is your prediction? So do we both agree that they will have to make a trade to get a new quarterback?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, if they're smart, they'll make at least one late or mid-round trade, and they'll sign Tannenhill as a free agent.
No, I'm talking about this season.
Yeah, no, this season they need to do both. I would not count.
No, Tannehill's not a free agent.
Yeah,
he's
on
his team.
What? No, he's not.
Is he not?
No, he's not.
Did I not just see that?
Who signed him?
No, Let me recheck.
I mean, your Detroit City internet is telling you falsehoods. Are you? Yes, fake news, fake, wrong news, wrong.
You're right. Tannehill is a free agent.
Yeah, he's definitely like, just waiting back for that call. So he's not taking that Packers call because unless Love is out for more than basically if he's out for the season, sure. But if he's not out for the season, you don't take that call because
they were talking about him being out for 4 weeks because it wasn't.
Yeah, that's
ACL,
not enough.
It was just an
I mean,
MCL.
The Packers are placing that call, but if you're Tannehill, you want to go sign closer to playoffs or at least with a playoff caliber team, right? Otherwise, you got so much money theoretically if you held on to it. Imagine, okay. We just created a pocket of a universe where Ryan Tannehill is out there blowing his money just left and right, just blowing it. Ryan Tannehill, just financial botch job. He's just owing back taxes and he's doing all sorts of stuff. Just Ryan Tannehill getting into trouble. Ryan Tannehill buying like Bugattis or whatever it's called. Bugattis and bidets and beignets, just left and right. But no, he doesn't need. If you don't need the money, you're not taking that call to play 4 games for the Packers. No, or 3 to 6 games for the Packers. No, that's not happening. So that Packers need desperately to make a trade because Malik Willis is not going to get you to 2-3. Malik Willis, they're going to be 1-4, maybe worse. I don't know. I got the Colts to light them up, this week. And yeah, I think
I've got Richardson throwing another. What was it? 67 yards? 77 yards?
Air yards.
67.
Yeah, Richardson air yards is ridiculous. Is that your prop that you wanted to? Let's just start with your props. I'm dying to know. We're going to move on from concussions and injuries.
No, I'm not bringing them out yet.
Oh, bring them out. Okay, so we're about to...
How quickly do you think Miami makes a move at quarterback? Be it a signing, be it a trade? Before their next game?
Yes. They're going to at least make one signing. I think I think they got to kick the tires on Cousins. Call me crazy or whatever. I'm not crazy, but they should kick the tires on Cousins. I don't think he's all done or anything, and he's got to come back from his Achilles. But if you're the Falcons, are you in panic mode? So
I'm going to say this right now.
Yeah,
I would actually be pretty ecstatic to see Cousins end up in Miami.
Yeah, he'd have really good receivers, and he'd finally have a defense and receivers at the same time.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen, but that's what I would do. If I'm calling that because.
What would it take for Miami?
What you mean for Atlanta?
Yeah, what would Miami have to give Atlanta in that trade?
Probably a 3rd rounder and like something else.
Like another player?
Yeah, maybe. The Dolphins give the running back or something, or no. Atlanta has running backs. I don't know because...
Yeah, they got Bijan.
They got Algier too. They got some good players. But I just think they just suck because they hired a defensive coach that was a retread coach. And you spend all this money on offense and then you hire a defensive coach and get some random trades. It's like, I don't know, man. I took the under with you on win total of Atlanta. I'm feeling good about that dollar after that loss. But Pittsburgh does have a good defense, though. Let's be clear on that.
Atlanta needs to beat Philly, or I'm going to just go ahead and give you that dollar now.
No, they're scheduled. They play the Panthers twice. Any team that has the Panthers twice has a shot.
You're telling me there's a chance.
You tell me there's a chance. That's 2 Dumb and Dumb reference in one episode. We hit the over on that. No takesy backsies or whatever.
Good. That was one of my prop bets. So
all right, so we have this. We're going to start with our college picks. We're going to talk. We want to pose to. Where can they tweet us? Oh, they can tweet us at $betz show.
How do you spell bets?
BETZ.
With a Z.
With a Z. It's dollar. Let me make sure. I always yes, $betz show, and then you can email us at $bet. $bet. I always botch this part. I always miss some mundane detail. DollarBetShow@gmail.com. DollarBets on Twitter.
It's all right.
You
can botch it because I would do even worse.
I know. We get we get some messages about these quarterback situations. Happy to talk more, but we do want to move to our picks. So we're proud to announce first some accounting, brought to you by our affiliate, Sign Up Expert. SignUpExpert.com/DollarBets with a Z. Go to SignUpExpert.com/DollarBets with a Z. You can get on board with some of these picks. You can sign up for accounts, gambling accounts, sports betting accounts in your area. It's like great. It's like, you know, that hot singles in your area concept, but it's like better because you can win money, and they're real. The games are real. The games are real. The bettors are real. The money is real. SignUpExpert.com/DollarBets. Go there. Go get us some affiliate money because needs a new computer. Daddy needs a new computer. He's got a herniated keyboard, which is a thing. It's a medical term for a keyboard injury. It's a hernia. His J key is really messed up. The J is actually connected to the R key somehow. They're like warped, and there's no turning back at this point. He could die at any moment, forever, and he'd be in the jungles of Detroit City without internet because his computer would be.
Listen, this HP has had a good life.
3G HP.
I've had this computer for over 4 years. That's like 80 years in human years.
Yeah, it is. If you want to be a show sponsor, by all means, tweet us at degenerate. That's the wrong one.
$. What are you plugging?
Might as well. Okay, if you like shows that aren't about sports and they're weird.
Dude, that was like cheating on your girlfriend, like right in front of her.
Degenerate Nation podcast, and O's a proud listener. This is why he's drinking right now, because he's like, I can't believe I listened to that shit. So we got go to Dollar Bets Show, Twitter or Gmail, and get a hold of us, because we want you to sponsor us so that we can, get a new computer, because he's desperate for a new computer. Thing's a piece of junk. It's gonna die at any moment. But you know what's not gonna die at any moment? Our heater. We looked at our picks for this week, and we share a lot in common, like over 80%. 22, I think, out of 27, or 21 out of 27 were the same.
Did you do the math?
Yeah. There's 16 NFL games. We only had like 3 or 4 non-common, and then the college football thing, we're going to start with college while you pay me. Did you already pay me?
No, I was waiting for you to announce it, to talk some shit.
Yeah, I took Buffalo. I was nervous about it because Miami does have some skill players, a decent defense, but didn't work. So Buffalo had 3 interceptions, including 1 laughable to a pick. Pre-concussion, let's be clear, but it looked like it was post-concussion because it was a terrible throw. It was like, hey, Will Levis, hold my beer, like that, or hold my mayo. Like, that's what basically it looked like.
I did not know that series had been so lopsided coming into it. Going into that game, Buffalo had won 11 of the last 12 against Miami. Now it is 12 of the last 13. Like, that is... Yeah, that's like Pedro Martinez, like, who's your daddy territory.
The Bills are got to be someone's daddy.
Yeah, so here you go. You are getting $1 from me for Thursday Night Football.
Oh, yeah.
But I just want to go on record. I hate Thursday Night Football.
Unless Amazon sponsors us, or ESPN or something, to be like, hey, we love... We're like...
It's a bad game.
O would be like, we love Thursday Night Football. We love Wednesday Night Football. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I got it. Knock 2. There we go. Okay, $1 in my Venmo account. Here we go. We'll make sure that I don't request more money, like from Peyton Thorne or something, like some of these crazy Auburn bettors. First off, why are you betting on Peyton Thorne? We know Peyton Thorne. We don't need to bet on Peyton Thorne. We're Spartans, so we dealt with him.
People that were making these bets were not listeners of Dollar Bets.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, is he a fine guy? I'm sure he is. Because
Yeah,
He's taking this shit in stride.
Jaden Reed's best friend.
Yeah, and Jaden Reed's a Spartan, so Spartans always have best friends. That's got to be a flag, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's not a flag?
I can't make any commentary, though, because I know I'm a few seconds ahead of you.
You're sports from the future. Sports from the future. So we got, I got the dollar. Yay for me. Now we're going to go talk about, we stumbled on a concept, and I love it. And O was like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's 11 on 11, like football. The all 11s challenge. And so I accidentally, inadvertently, I should say, picked 11 games last week for us to pick. And then I was like trying to get at least 10 or so this week. And I was like, I should at least get to 11. And I'm like, wait a minute, 11 people on each football team? Perfect. So we're doing 11. So that means in the future, Marty, when we're dealing with better games that don't involve like Kansas's and such and UNLV's this will be tough. This is gonna be really tough because I'm gonna pick like the marquee ones, but also like some ones that are like seem pretty close. So it's like the all 11s challenge, 11 plus weeks, so 14 weeks technically with week 0. The regular season challenge, and it's gonna be dope. Like how many games is that? What's 14 times 11, math man?
140, 154.
Nice. That was fast. And that's correct, too. I did it in my head after you opened the doorway for me. But I corrected. I checked your math. New math or old math still checks out. O is a genius. He's a wizard. O's a wizard. You're great. Tell us what else you do when you're not doing dollar bets with your sports stuff.
Well, I had a wonderful nap earlier today. Does that count?
Yeah, that definitely counts. Is how you're charged up.
It was one of my all-time greatest.
You sound charged. Did you have a dream that you were like flying or
something? That is not an
understatement
because I take a lot of naps.
Yeah, naps are amazing. I love naps. Everyone should take a nap in their whole life.
That's probably not what you were asking me about, is it?
No, tell us about your blog. Tell us about
the blog.
Yeah.
All right, so got a couple blogs. We got, first of all, my personal blog, which is called 0 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to check that out on the interwebs, that is www.o44blog.com, and that is spelled the letter O, followed by the word FOR, followed by the numeral 4, followed by the word blog, BLOG.
So if you're listening or you're going to be searching from Detroit City 3G, then you use Netscape search engine to plug that bad boy in there, and it's 0for4blog.com with a 4 and a 0. So
then we also got my other one, which is not mine.
Yes.
But I am the head writer on it.
Ooh, head writer.
And Zioli is jealous because it's a Michigan State thing. SB Nation's MSU page, theonlycolors.com.
Yes.
Check us out if you're a Spartan faithful.
It's funny because first off, I am a Spartan faithful, and I will do that. And second, I am occasionally jealous, but it's like, I'm not jealous when they're like 4-8 and you're covering like the offensive line depth of which there is none or something. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah, last year was definitely not
for the faint of heart.
The job.
No, because you had to talk about like Tucker, doing stuff and not talk about it at the same time. Like,
yeah.
God, what a great. Can we light a candle for Mel Tucker for his noble sacrifice for the program? Because Michigan State looks good, like fine again. We'll say better than fine because Childs and Marsh are legit.
Decent.
Marsh is legit. Are you kidding me?
Marsh is gonna. What's the award for best college wide receiver?
Bolitnikov,
thank you. He's gonna be a finalist for it this year.
Which is named after a ballerina.
He won't win it, but he's gonna be a finalist.
Yeah, he won't win it.
That kid can do some things.
The kid from Alabama is gonna win it for sure. That guy's ridiculous, and our guy's pretty damn good, I think. I think he could actually get there because they take a lot of aggressive deep shots and aggressive shots in general. They play Prairie View, A&M. And don't worry, guys.
Panthers.
We will not. There you go. You should you should be able to take $1 out of the swear jar for looking up that they're the Panthers.
Oh, I knew that.
Could the Prairie View A&M Panthers beat the Carolina Panthers? I think they could at least score on them. I mean, it's just interesting. It's interesting. So I would say that we are definitely on the same page on this 11-11 this week. We're gonna run through it real quick. The only ones where we differ. You got your sheet up.
Are we starting with the pro or the college?
College.
Let's start chronologically. Saturday college.
College, yeah. We'll always start with the college, I guess.
Always?
Not always. So sometimes we might have it where we do separate shows, but our schedules worked out perfectly this way to just roll on through and talk about concussions and ballerinas named Bolitnikov and dollar bets and college sports. Here we go. So we got Arizona, Kansas State. We differed on that, but we did a dollar bet. You got Arizona, I got Kansas State.
Let's go Wildcats.
Yeah, Kansas UNLV. I took UNLV. It's 14-6 Kansas. But he didn't. He abstained, so I'm gonna.
I abstained.
So he's abstained. Well, you had to pick somebody. I'm just gonna say that you picked Kansas. I'll give you Kansas.
You can say whatever you want.
No, that you picked Kansas in the.
If you want to lie to all of our listeners.
But there's supposed to be 11 picks.
I exercised my democratic right to abstain.
All right, so then you just don't get a point.
I treated it like a presidential election.
Yeah, please vote for Orrin Bass as your president. He will be your president. This is how much I'm going to do this. I didn't change my voting thing just because in the future maybe my vote will matter somewhere, but not here in the county I'm at or the town I'm at. So I'm like, nope. I'm going back to the old spot, and I'm going to vote there. But the catch is I'm voting for Orrin Bass, and so should you. I'm literally going there to vote for Parks in an area I do not live in. Probably abstain for senator, abstain for congressman, Orrin Bass for president. You know why? We see eye to eye sometimes, and we don't. We dollar bet. So we got Roll Tide over at Wisconsin. 100%. We both took LSU at South Carolina. We both did you see this? We both took Memphis at Florida State.
Yeah.
I did not bet on that game, but I do like Memphis in that because they're another one of those teams that could make the playoff.
I was thinking you were going to take Florida State in that one.
Were you trying to trick me?
I was trying to bait you into a bet on that.
Oh. Even though it says dollar bet, you said no. You refused to dollar. Yeah. Missouri over Boston College. We're interested to see our next opponent, Boston College, what they'll look like. But I think Missouri. I took Missouri to the championship game.
We are both hoping to see Missouri beat.
I took Missouri for sure. I bet on Missouri. College. I bet on Alabama. I bet on Kansas State. I got Oregon over Oregon State. I bet on Oregon. You have Oregon State, but we did not take a dollar bet because you didn't want to. Let the record show.
I don't feel that confident in. I think Oregon is finally ready to.
Yeah, they're churning. They're
show
churning.
Their potential.
Yeah, their defensive potential.
Spread.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe even anywhere close to covering one. Maybe within 15 points of covering a spread would be nice.
Do you know the spread on this one offhand?
I think it's 7 or something. 9.5.
9.5.
I don't know.
What would you do if you were at the sports book on this one?
Well, first off, I would check if it's anywhere near 9.5 because I think I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, step one, know the bet you are making.
I think it's way more than that. I think it's 17. No, wait, maybe it's 12. You know what? Let me check real quick. Now I'm curious.
You know what? You keep talking. I'll look it up.
You'll look it up? Oh, really? Because I'm
looking it up.
Let's hear those first.
Fast internet.
You have lightning fast 3G. It's a 3:30 game, so you know, and it is 16.5. Yeah. No, I would take Oregon State on that spread.
You would take.
I think
I didn't catch that.
I would take Oregon State on that spread. I think 37-23 or some shit. 38-23, something that sounds most likely. But we had different sides of that, which is interesting for our season-long 11Zs, 11 on 11 bet for $1. We do 154 games to win $1. That's great. And then so we got West Virginia at Pitt. We both went to the Narduzzi's Pits. They just keep winning. They're not very good, but they just win. All
they do is win.
All they do is win. Indiana with the new coach, the young 60-something-year-old coach from transferred, switched jobs. from JMU. We both took Indiana at UCLA. UCLA is kind of new system and et cetera, and we got Ole Miss. So
is this UCLA's first Big Ten game?
It is. They're going to lose in the Rose Bowl. They're going to lose in the Rose Bowl.
This one was one I actually scratched my head on for a couple seconds, but yeah, I did go with the Hoosiers.
And then I was going to say the Ole Miss Wake Forest. I mean, I had to put another game on there, so I was like, might as well go with a ranked team. But Wake, are they 1-1? I think they are. No, whatever. They're going to lose. Ole Miss is going to pound the shit out of them.
They're going to lose.
So best we can do is someone can gain like 2 games, I think, because Kansas State, Arizona is different, and then Oregon and Oregon State are different. The rest are the same. 9 for 11 there, no matter what. So let's see. We got the NFL. We got Bills, Dolphins. So we had 15 other games to look forward to, and we disagreed on the shitty ones. The worst games of the week were like, no, let's go a different way. So those worst games.
No, I did make one edit after I filled out this chart that we'll get to in a second.
Okay.
But let's read through the picks as they are on the
sheet. All right.
sheet.
O and Z both have Dallas at home over the Saints. We have the Lions over the Bucks, although I think the Bucks will make it upper one score, like 4 to 6 points or 11 or 10 points, somewhere in there. That's a wide range, but I don't think the Lions are going to blow them out. The spread is 7 points. But that's only because
I made a prediction on a Detroit Lions blog that I frequent that it's going to be 27-19 Lions.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, a lot of field goals coming for the Bucks in this game.
I stepped. Oh my! Look, I'm in the dark. My slipper fell on my light switch. Ooh, this is oh my God, where is it?
You look like that old Talking Heads music video for Burning Down the House right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is the thing? Oh my God!
Just like a floating head.
I have a floating head.
Do you know the video that I'm talking
about?
Oh yeah, man!
80s? Burning Down the House.
You know the song, but do you remember the music video?
No, I know the song more. And they used it in the movie Revenge of the Nerds too, which is interesting.
Oh yeah.
So I got we go through that Lions, and I say about what you say, like that mid-score type of game where it's a good game, but it's not necessarily super close on the scoreboard at the end. I got Colts hammering the Packers with Malik Willis. Took Colts to cover. You should as well, I think. Jets and Titans. We went a different direction in this shit bowl game. I think Aaron Rodgers probably does decently in the passing game, but the pass rush is going to get to him. So, yeah, if he has 2 touchdowns to Lazard again, yeah, they'll have a pulse in that game. But the Titans, they just have to play around Levis not messing up. I almost said a swear jar word. Yeah. But was one of your props over under is how many? What?
Like he's definitely going to have at least over or under 1.5 bonehead plays. I'm going to go with the over.
Yeah, I have to stick with the over there too. I mean, the dude just collapsed to his knees after flipping a ball in the air to decide a game with like full on 7 minutes left in the game. It was horrible.
Dude, he was in panic cobra position in the middle of the field.
He was spread open. It was like what was it say? Like week 1, take the spread, you spread it. You're gonna spread yourself for it. So it was just, it was just dumb, man. I still took him. Speaking of dumb, I'm backing Will Levis. He's gonna get it done.
I'm taking your dollar.
Yeah, that's
$1
on that.
Quite sure.
That's definitely $1. So we got $1 there. So we got $1 on that. So that's our first active dollar there for this weekend. We got 49ers and Vikings. Oh, you made the change, right?
College game that we bet?
We bet just Kansas State, Arizona, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
You didn't want to take Kansas against UNLV even though they're up by 8 and they're driving. So joke's on you. Joke's on me, too, because I took UNLV. I would say you want to take the Vikings, right, because McCaffrey's out?
I was waiting for you to get through everything. I was going to bring that up at the end. But okay, so.
Well, that's the next game on the
49ers
list.
49ers at Minnesota. We had both initially taken the San Franciscos.
Yeah.
But then I saw the breaking news that Christian McCaffrey will not be playing them.
Yeah.
This game. The spirit of competition, I have changed my
You're breaking up, dude. You're 3G.
My parents the Christian
What? Hold on.
49ers.
Hold on.
We're dollar betting that game.
Okay, you're back. Okay, you were gone for a minute. Okay. Your 3G kicked in for a minute.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you're taking the Vikes?
Taking the Vikes over the Christian McCaffrey-less 49ers.
You dollar bet it?
Dollar bet. I bolded it on the sheet.
Niners by 13. Seahawks and Patriots. So we're on this another shit game. That's third shit game and in a row actually. And we might dollar bet this one. It's up to you though. I'll give you the opportunity to back away from it, but I like the Seahawks.
This was definitely another one that I was scratching my head on, but
yeah.
The Patriots defense might be better than we thought. Still don't have a lot of faith in their offense, but
I think the Bengals are
a
just
1:00 game.
Yeah, it is. Seattle traveling the road.
A West Coast team on an East Coast 1:00er.
Well, it's mostly Seattle. When we talk about West Coast teams that don't do well, it's like almost always Seattle. It's always Seattle.
Except for when they play the Lions.
Yeah, correct. That was a good game last year. Not for you, but it was, like objective football-wise, it was interesting. It was exciting.
Yes.
Exciting. So, you like the Pats for a dollar bet, or are you...
I will...
Let's do it. Seattle. No Kenneth Walker, too, so...
I think you're going to win this game. What's that?
No Kenneth Walker. He's out.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's doubtful. He's not going to play if he's doubtful.
I didn't even know that bit. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantasy team down this crapper this week. We both took the Commanders. Well, sorta. Yeah. Over the Giants. I was really
surprised. You took the Commanders. Yeah. I took the team formerly known as the Redskins.
I was confused on this next one, and doing this technique where I'm like, oh yeah, that could be a really good one. Just like please take this dollar bet. Chargers. I have the Chargers. And you took the Panthers, right?
I did, at Panthers.
Yeah.
But I think this was me
hating Harbaugh?
More wanting to go against San Diego.
Yeah, they're the San Diego Chargers. I mean, you might get in fights with Raiders fans at your stadium, but you're still the San Diego Chargers. You do it the LA way, which is fighting like freaking Raiders fans or Giants fans, like and always losing the fight. Do Dodgers fans always get beat up? Please tweet us or email us if you're a Dodgers fan. You've been beaten up by a Oakland fan or a San Francisco fan. You probably have. It's like a rite of passage. You go there and you go get wasted at shortstop or Gold Room.
Oh wow, the gold
room is still there apparently. So yeah, are you abstaining or you want to roll that dollar on Bryce Young and the Panthers?
I do not want to roll the dollar.
Okay, we're all right.
I'm gonna keep that one in the no column.
Okay,
but I am for some reason mostly thinking with my heart and not my head.
Yeah, that's
going
okay.
for the Panthers in that one.
Someone's got to, man. No one's going to the Panthers to the gate. No one's going to these games. So their owner is the worst owner in business right now, as far as like.
That's Tepper, right?
Yeah, I mean, not as far as like the bottom line because it's a fail-proof business because you have TV money, but and to the extent that you can fail, which is your record, which is your public perception of your franchise, which is your public perception of you as a human being that used to be an embryo, like you were a failure. Literally every metric but money, he's a complete and utter failure. He's a piece of shit human who threw beer on a Jaguars fan or something last year? Some fan. He threw a beverage on somebody. You're a billionaire and you're throwing beverages? Who's throwing beverages? You're throwing in the beverages? Ridiculous. Who's going to throw a beverage in your food with $1 billion? I feel like only him and Elon were the only two that would do something like that.
I think what's the point of having $1 billion if you can't throw a beer at somebody?
I mean, I want to throw a $10 beverage on someone when I'm worth $1 billion and be like, It means nothing to me. You have to do it with an accent.
Drop in the bucket.
I just feel like it is a drop in the bucket. It's a
And it's his bucket.
It's a drop of piss in the bucket.
He owns the bucket of beer.
I thought he was at a road game though, because again, no one goes to the Panthers home game, so it must have been a road game.
Dude, he travels with his own kegs.
Yeah, but there's no one to throw beer on when you're at a Panthers home game. You have to go you can't throw a beer that far. It's just physically impossible. Physically impossible. Oh, the freaking! Did they catch that? No, incomplete.
No, but they got the flag.
They got a flag on that? Nope. There's no flag on that play.
Got the flag.
Where? No, they missed
it.
No.
The laundry came out.
Later? The laundry came out later on this UNLV play?
I could have sworn I saw something yellow flag across my screen.
He grabbed him and it was no flag on that. That's nice. I'm glad University of Kansas is getting those home calls. Or Kansas University,
but also,
whatever.
that's the second catch second pass that UNLV should have caught that they didn't on a deep shot.
Well, they got it. I think game's over if they didn't score. The rest of the games we actually
stop bashing on the Panthers owner.
No, he's a piece of human garbage. So a rich human garbage, but human garbage. Take him out to the trash. We agreed on the rest of these games, which Jaguars over Browns. Watson, you're done. Ravens over Raiders. I think that could be a blowout. Although Pierce is a good coach, it's just it's just not. He's loose.
Whoa, he could. Oh,
nice.
All right, UNLV's in business.
That's good. Okay, so, we have Rams and Cardinals. We put the Rams. We took the Steelers over the Broncos. Sorry, Chiefs big. I think over the Bengals. We took the Texans over the Bears. I think it's going to be like a 4 to 7 point game. Do you disagree? Do you think it's going to be close? Or with that defense the Bears have, I think they have a high floor as far as their overall 4 quarters performance.
I'm going to just say I am very disappointed that you are not taking the Bears. I've been listening to you blow smoke about the Bears.
Their defense is sick, but they're playing a polished young quarterback with weapons and a good young coach on a Sunday night hype situation with Caleb Williams' first road game. If you gave me the points, I'd take the points.
What are the points?
It's 6, but I think it's gonna be up to 7. But I would take 6.
No.
Okay. You're in agreement.
I could see this game getting out of hand.
Really?
I could see it going doubles.
Well, why don't you take it then? In a winner, you can't make me.
We'll see.
All right,
you know I'm always hesitant to go
off air. Eagles and Falcons spread is 6.5 though. We both have the Eagles as the final game of the week. Do you think Eagles cover that?
Is that the Monday night game?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't believe in the Cousins Monday night thing. I think he's just always been on teams that are worse than the teams that he's played usually, for the most part, on Monday nights.
Yeah, Eagles probably cover that.
I agree. So my spreads, these are some spreads that I took from the spread pool that I'm in. We're in second. We got 3 out of 5. We missed, I team up with my writing partner on this, a dollar bet's associate. And we take 5 a week. This is like the Vegas Super Contest. Like it's like an offshoot of that. So it's just like an individual pool based on that format. You take 5 spreads a week. The spreads lock on Wednesday at like 8 Eastern, I think. So it was the 5 that I took. Are you ready? Are you ready, listeners? Colts -3 at Packers. I took 49ers -6 at Vikings. I took Chargers -6 at Panthers. Took Steelers -2.5 at Broncos. And Chiefs -5.5 over the Bengals. So the odds on that parlay, why? I knew you were going to ask. Around 11 to 1. If you move the spread from the Colts to -2.5 and keep the rest, it's around plus like 1,100 or so. So I think I would cash out my $10 bet for like 120. So that's my 5-pack. Crack it open. The 5-pack. You want my long shot parlay sponsored by where?
Let's go.
Signupexpert.com.
Signupexpert.com. Wait, I just pluralized it. Signupexpert.com.
Correct. /$.
Right, Z?
Yeah. Concert
I'm
time?
gonna need you to talk for about 30 seconds. My dog is going crazy. I gotta let her out.
All right, so I will go over my perfect.
Let's go into Z's betting advice.
Z's betting advice. Okay, so we're going into first. We're going to the deep shot. We're gonna take that. The money is out there, right? So why don't we try to take a deep shot at it, right? So I'm going to my account here, going to my open bets, my dang open bets here, and we're going with a super parlay. Let's see, that's not big enough. That's not. There we go. We got money lines: Utah, Oregon, Missouri, Alabama, Eagles, Cowboys, Ravens, spreads, LA Chargers -6, 49ers 5.5, Colts by the half point -2.5, just in case. Rams +1, Chiefs -5, Steelers -2.5, and Sunday night capper there. Oh, the Eagles game is in there too. Bears +10.5. Don't ask me to repeat that. You got to listen. But that's 14 teams, and that's a 230 to 1. Want something more reasonable? Something a lot more reasonable there. Oh wait, I'm sorry. The pick the when I said it was like 11 to 1, it was 23 to 1. 23.4 to 1. So
that's different.
The five pick 5 one. So I would say that's a good one. And then the other one I'm going with is Alabama, Missouri, Oregon, Utah, Ravens, Chargers, Niners, Colts money line, as well Chiefs, Eagles, Cowboys. And that's 15 to 1. So take some shots downfield with me, guys. Do that. Go to signupexpert.com/$bets. The money is out there. Are you going to take it? Oh, are you?
I'm taking it.
You take it, boy. Get after it.
Took.
Have fun at your whack-ass concerts. And whatever else you might be doing that's not betting on sports.
16.
What?
Oh, out of bounds.
Oh. All right. We're done.
All right, let's go watch Kansas versus UNLV.
Go sports.
Everyone has heard about the U.S. space program, but what is actually going on at NASA? Get the real story in 4 minutes or less with the NASA Daily Podcast from Electricast. Join astronauts and researchers as they conduct groundbreaking experiments, work on the International Space Station, and reach for the stars. NASA Daily, your cosmic update.
Electricast. Dreaming of the perfect event or longing for a clutter-free space? I'm Stephanie with I'm with Steph, where your vision becomes a reality. From magical weddings to transformative home organizing, we bring you expertise and passion to every project. Whether you're planning a grand celebration or seeking peace through organization, we tailor our services to meet your unique needs. I'm with Steph. To explore our services and connect with me directly, visit I'mWithSteph.com. Mention Electricast for a 20% discount. Electricast.